In this video, we're going to talk about the definition of divisibility. So what does it mean when you say that 2 divides 16? Well, basically, if you divide 16 by 2, you will not have a remainder. The remainder would be 0. Here's the fancy definition. For all whole numbers a and b, where b is not equal to 0, b divides a if and only if there's a unique whole number q such that a equals b times q. What in the world does that mean? Well, let's look at the first one we talked about. 2 divides 16. So 2 goes into 16 8 times with no remainder. So we know that 2 divides 16. Based on that fancy definition, where a divided by b equals q, 2 divides 16 because we have a number that we can multiply 2 by to get 16, and that number is 8. So that is the unique whole number 8, such that 2 times 8 equals 16. So here's some other ways to say that 2 divides 16. 16 is divisible by 2. 2 is a divisor of 16. 16 is a multiple of 2. Or 2 is a factor of 16. And then 2 divides 16. That is the symbolic way of saying that. Okay, so we can also say that something does not divide. So you could say 2 does not divide 13. And that's the symbolic way of saying does not divide. So now let's classify each of the following as true or false. Okay, so does 4 divide 20? No, it does. It's true, because there is a number that we can multiply 4 by to get 20, and that's 5. Now, does 3 divide 16? Nope, it doesn't. It's false, because there is no number that you can multiply 3 by to get 16. 0 divides 5. Is that true or false? Well, what does that mean, really? That's 5 divided by 0. Now, we should know, hopefully by now, that you can't divide by 0. But besides just that telling us that it's false, because we know a rule, there's a reason. It's because there is no number that you multiply 0 by that you can get a 5. Now, 0 is even. Is that true or false? It's true, because even, remember, means that you could multiply 2 by something and get your number. So, I'm going to multiply 2 by what to get my 0? 0. So, 0 is an even number. Now, is 6 a factor of 30? Does 6 go into 30 and you have no remainder is what it's asking? Yeah, it is true. 20 is a divisor of 60. There is no remainder, so that is true. 26 is divisible by 4. Well, if you divide 4 into 26, you're going to have leftovers, okay? So that is false. And finally, 15 is a multiple of 4, is it? Nope, it is not, because there's no number that we can multiply by 4 that gives us 15.